Hello, hello, hello. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Clean AF Comedy Show is here. If this is the first time you logging in, first time you checking out with us, I am Nick Baskerville. I'm here to help bring some laughter because Lord knows, we might have needed a few things happened since our season finale, and we need to talk about them. But before we do, I need to introduce you to everybody else that was going to talk about them. So next up, we'll start off with the lady of the group. You know her, you love her from Funny Girl Productions, Nikkie Knowles. How are you doing?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back.
And also joining us, another part of the, another quarter in the dollar. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Another quarter in the dollar. From Clean Comedy Connection and PT Speaks, ladies and gentlemen, PT Bratton.
What's good, everybody? Happy New Year.
Hey, PT.
Hey.
Last, but
like
not...
the way you spoke to me like we just didn't talk. But go ahead. Continue.
As you can see, our acting skills are And last but not least, Mr. DDub himself, Dewayne White. Sir, how are you doing?
I hit the right button. That's all I'm saying right now.
Yes.
2021.
We were worried. Mm-hmm. I hadn't practiced in a long time. It was. I was nervous. I was going to leave.
It was a little delayed, but it was good. It was good.
So let's get right to it. We gotta talk about probably the most important thing that's happened since we've been on break. What y'all get for Christmas? I'll go first. I got a coffee maker. I am really stoked about it, and a coffee grinder. And so now I can be a little fancy, not super fancy, but like I get to have like fresh coffee sort of stuff. Like
I got a Roomba. Are we seriously doing this? Are we gonna talk? Are we talking Christmas presents?
That's not really the most exciting thing that's happened since we've been on.
I mean, are we gonna? No, we got to talk about what's going on. We got to seriously.
We got to address. We got to address the elephant and the donkey in the room.
At the whole animal farm, the pigs are walking around on the hind legs. They're talking.
The elephant and the donkey. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to hear what
the Gryffindor.
Yeah.
So
ladies could get ugly.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have anything with a screen, you probably saw all the stuff that's happened. It is like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. And it's serious. It is serious stuff. Mm-hmm. But we're comedians.
Right.
Not everything is working right when our brain when we look at stuff, but we figured this is a skill that would help you. So we talked because we had a plan of what we were going to do on Monday. We got together on Monday. These are the jokes we're going to tell. This is what we're going to say. And then Wednesday, and we're like, you know what? We ain't doing it.
And then Wednesday, a buffalo was standing in the Capitol Rotunda at that point. That's what happened. And, dude,
once again, Animal Farm, right there. So here's the skill we're going to provide. We want you to be able to laugh regularly. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through this serious thing that has happened over the last few days, and then we are.
Dwayne, how did your wife not know? What did you not let her know? What was? You didn't let her know what was the situation going on.
She's only allowed a certain number of hours of social media a week, so that was part of the citizenship agreement. So here's the thing.
Yeah, it was this little situation that happened in DC on Wednesday. We're gonna get you all caught up to speed, just in case you didn't see it.
That's right. So she's here. She's gonna know. Everyone's gonna know. So let's start off. Let's start off from the beginning. Well, not too far back because we have to go back a few years, right? We're gonna start off with
2016.
We're gonna start off with the election in Georgia.
Okay, that's a good spot to start, Dick.
All right. So what do you tell me your thoughts about the election in Georgia?
Yeah, I was not surprised by the results when Reverend Warnock won because his opponent, she doubled down, and hitched her wagon to the Trump train. And when she did that, I think that's what caused people to be like, it was like, no, thank you.
It was like, whoa.
That's the only train worse than that is like the training Back to the Future, man. That's the thing. Like I just think at some point she should have been like, he's like, hey, I'm gonna come help you. He's like, you know what? Why don't you hang out? Why don't you stay? You know, there's COVID. Don't come down. It's fine. Stay where you are. I'll be good. And yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and I'm guessing because I know that because we've all heard that Trump called the elected officials down there looking for votes. I think they found them. It just happened to be Democratic votes. Sorry.
Right. You got to be clear. You got to be clear what kind of. Let me be clear.
Like that song. It's like that song. Trump went down to Georgia. He was looking for some votes to steal. He was in a. No, that's it's a different song. I'm sorry.
It's a remix.
I just think the Patience of Job award goes to that dude that he called, and he sat there for an hour and was like, "You need to find something." He's like, "Sir, can I go? Like, are we done yet? Like,
I know the clock out.
I have things to do. Like, I don't know."
They don't give us overtime.
So that happened, and I was surprised. I mean, and Imka, I'm right with you. I'm not always watching TV. So when the guy came to me, he says Georgia turned blue, and I said, "Well, tell her to breathe, otherwise she could have gone." And then I didn't know that he was.
He is an EMT, so that's the way your mind should work. You should be like, okay, check the airway, check the
no airway, breathing, circulation.
ABC, yes.
I know
that. Obstruction. Nick, we're talking about the state, not the person. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got that. So I understood that. So then Mitch McConnell gave a speech. Right. We'll jump to that, and he talked about the election.
So that's one of his the last speeches you're going to hear from this guy, because the Georgia flipped the Senate, right? So he's no longer going to be.
Job. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, he's still going to talk, because as the minority leader, they talk just as much as the majority leader. So he's really not. He's just going to change seats. That's all it is. He's just in a new assigned
like
seat. That's it.
No, that's.
You said Putin.
You said the P word.
Yes, he did.
I put him in the video.
Yes, he did.
Never mind. I just think, at least his wife is stay at home. She has more time to work from the house right now.
Hey, who else did not know?
Did anybody?
How did we not know?
He was in the cabinet. Like, nobody knew that.
I still think the conflict of interest.
I didn't know.
Nobody's gonna know.
I didn't know he was
his wife's
married.
In the cabinet.
Period.
She's Asian. No one knows this.
Right. They know how to keep a secret. Let me tell you, they know how to keep a secret. But okay, we were talking about what Mitch said. So Mitch, first of all, I'm looking for Mitch. If any of y'all know him, tell Mitch he better have my money. Okay, I'm waiting for the stimulus check.
Not half, not some,
but all my cash.
Mitch better have my money.
Oh my goodness.
That's all Mitch needs to concentrate on right now. Getting my money.
Where's my check? Where's my check?
So after that, apparently there was, I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but there was a mass gathering of individuals in DC.
No. Freaknik was a mass gathering. The state fair is a mass gathering. That was not a mass gathering. That was something else.
I tell you what amazes me of that whole thing, because they said there's like 1,000 people down there in DC at like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. Where did they find a park? I have been to DC many a time, and I can't find parking. It's classified. I mean, how did they work that out?
I think they were on foot, Nick.
They all got in the
based
back
off the
of
footage.
Everybody else's F-150s. And this is as an F-150 owner. I'm just saying, you can get a lot of people in a truck. That's all I'm saying. They're good.
In the back of the F-150.
They're good trucks. They're hard to park. They're difficult to park in DC. 6'4"
Dwayne,
in case anybody wanted to know.
But
And
But
you
let
know
me
that
tell you something.
because-
I'm happy that they were safe in the back of the pickup trucks because they all had on helmets. I don't know if you noticed that. There were a few people that had on.
No, but not everybody. Okay, let's talk about the helmets for a second, because some of them, I get it. They're just playing. They bought all the cool gear, so they want to use it. I get that. But some of them didn't have the right
Playing
helmet.
dress up.
PT. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if you saw the one girl that was in the Senate in there, and she had a bike helmet on, like a bicycle helmet. Like who? Like not even one of the full ones, like a skateboarder or somebody in the X Games, like the one from like the '80s, the lines that does nothing but like mess your hair up. She was in there than that, like with the fingertip gloves and the whole deal. I was like, what are you? I think.
Wow, was that the same
a
one
wrong
with
turn.
the piano
I'm just
scarf,
saying.
or was that the piano scarf, or that was someone else?
No,
'Cause
she
it was-
knew she was not prepared. but
She was like, the revolution gonna be televised, and she got on a piano scarf. I don't know what kind of revolution you was arriving to, but
she was in jail for sure. She gave her whole name, her name, where she lives. They made
where she works.
made her a meme. She's in cartoons now.
Worked.
Where she past tense.
The revolution. I rushed the building, and they maced me. Like, well, that'll happen. That will.
Yeah.
I love that they admitted to everything on camera. Like they just.
Right.
And then I went and I was there and they told us to stop and we didn't stop. So we just kept going, and I don't know why they got so mad. But
that is the part that amazes me, man. There's so much video evidence that was filmed by them. Like here I am breaking into a federal building. Here I am stealing from a federal building.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. Look at me looting. Like, who does that? Like, they were right down the street from. All I want to say is this:
like,
they
don't
were
get me
right
wrong.
down the street from Southeast. All you gotta do is go down to Southeast, and they will tell y'all how to act on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, did you, Leroy? Did you see who broke into this? I ain't see nothing. So that TV you have in your hand? No, man, this is my cousin's TV. I don't know.
I found it. I found that.
It still has the sales.
Now listen, here's what I will say.
Go ahead.
If I ended up somehow in Pelosi's office, I would mess with the gavel. I would leave it there. But I'm just saying I would take pictures. I would not post it online for several years, is all I'm saying. Like that's let's be real.
Right. Oh, I like that. Bougie looting. Yes.
Oh.
You are stopping to take selfies. I don't understand
bougie
that kind of life.
looting.
That's
I like
the times we living in. I'm just everything needs to be
I understand
broadcast.
that.
Everything needs to.
But what about
scaling the wall on scaling the wall on camera?
What
I
about
think
poor?
what they were doing was, Nick, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think they were trying to pull a Jedi mind trick on us. Because you notice they kept calling themselves patriots. So, you look at the crimes differently if they say, I'm a patriot and these other patriots, you'd be like, oh, you mean like the people that stole the country, in the first place, they were patriots. So, you be like, you mean the people that robbed just stole the land for the people that was here and killed people, they were, so you put patriots on it, it's different, so I just.
Oh, I get it now. See, I thought they were all just New England football fans, and that made sense because they're all jerks. That made sense. And I know, bring it, Kate. Bring it, Vinny. I don't care. I know it's coming in the chat. I don't care. Just spell it right. That's all I want to hear.
I love it. That's
Donkey Kong.
I don't know about anybody else, but I actually started to. I had concerns about Mike Pence. Like this is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Todd's statement of Donkey Kong just put me in another place. I'm sorry. Great couch. All I have is do.
Nobody was throwing barrels down though. That was the only thing that was missing. They're missing for that. The only thing. Yeah. Yeah, Donkey Kong, the video game. No, Nick, Pence, I don't feel sorry for Pence. I'm sorry.
No?
I don't, because he knew what he was getting into 4 years ago. Like, he knew he was getting on the crazy train, right? So he knew what he was getting into.
Yeah, but
I don't feel
okay. I think
What,
so.
Dwayne?
Here's the
What,
thing.
you
I think,
disagree?
now there's talk like they're gonna kick Trump out and like 12 days left, he'll be the president. Pence will be the president. I think Pence thought he would be the president like 12 days in. I think that's so. It's a little different. I don't know. Just, when they first ushered him out, when they first the Secret Service came like, no, you got to go, or whoever grabbed him, I just thought maybe like a single woman walked into the chambers and they were trying to protect him. I don't know.
Mother wouldn't like that.
I don't know.
Mother. I'm just, I've heard stories about how people they were headed toward the Capitol. First of all, the crowd thought that Trump was actually with them. Like, I don't know who thought that the president of the United States was going to walk in a mass crowd. What do you call it? Mass gathering? Like, he was just going to walk with y'all to the Capitol, like Jesus and the disciples. Who thought that was what was going on? He's here with us.
But if he did, would you be surprised? If he did,
Like the Pied Piper.
Listen, if he did walk out there with everyone, would you have been surprised that he was out there with them?
No. But only if he was in the lead. If he was in the lead, I would be like, this is poetic justice right here.
I just want to see him.
He was not, and then he's
crowd surf.
They said they were in the crowd and they thought they were just going to cheer on their senators to do what is right. and on the way, this is what I heard. It could be fake news, but just take it for what it's worth. The person said, I heard that we were going to support our senators, and then we heard that we were betrayed by Mike Pence. And they said, you know what? Let's just take the Capitol. Let's just storm the. Let's pause right there. How many of y'all? I am here today because I was in some situations that were turning stupid, and I said, you know what? I think it's time for me to go home. I remember being a grown person in the military, and I said, I think I hear my mom calling me. Right. And I'd be like, because it was just like,
yeah. Did you have your face painted red, white, and blue, wearing a buffalo helmet? And I think the pants of the revolution are Carhartt. I think that's it. I don't know.
The pants are
that guy is like if I'm gonna go like do something that stupid, I'm at least gonna be like, you know what, I should try to blend in. Like I, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what, let me do something where I'll stand out. Let me do that right now. That's a good idea.
Right. So I'm really identifiable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, yeah.
And then, of course, all the elected officials, I mean, they were terrified, right? Because they were all locked down, hunkered down. I hear even some of them were like in there praying, right? Which
put Kate's comment up, please.
One more way to everyone I heard stop the promotion.
That's how it happened. That's how it happened. You're sitting there.
You are a patriot. You are a patriot. Take back your Slurpee. Your tax dollars pay for that Slurpee. You take it back. That's what you do.
Oh man!
Stop the slurp.
Once I heard
that
people were there praying, I was just waiting. Is this it? Is this where the African angels come and they just swoop down and
stop, Nick? Why
I'm asking because I've never seen.
Why are you bringing up old stuff, Nick?
I'm thinking this is when Malik and Jamal and they were going to come.
Nikki, where the angels coming from? Look,
exactly. Take it, PT.
They got to be coming from Southeast. That's where the African angels reside.
Where the
money reside. It
is too cold.
Listen, it was cold outside. You need to call in some like Norwegian angels or some Finnish angels or something. It was cold. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
you say whatever you want to say. She was out there praying for African angels.
Which just leads us with
I brought it out for you, Nikki. I brought the tambourine for you.
No, you did not bring the tambourine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That
I just don't
I'm afraid to use it, Nikki.
Who was supposed to come help us? Who was supposed to come there and be helpful and useful?
The National Guard, Nick. I don't understand why they thought they had it under control. At what point did they think this was a good situation that they had in hand. You know what I mean? You see this mob of people walking to you, and I don't know if it was the flags that disarmed them. They're like, oh, well, they're patriots because they have flags. This is peaceful. I'm like, a flag can be a weapon. I don't, as a former law enforcement officer, I know that could be it could be a projectile. It can be used as a blunt force object. I mean, like, the crowd is unarmed. They have flags and helmets. And, like, it's like, this
Apparently,
we got it.
In the building.
The National
The
Guard.
National Guard was there. They
like,
were trying to get there. They were like, hold on. They were.
Are you trying to say something about our weekend warriors, Dewayne?
No, not at all, man. I'm not saying any of that.
Oh, hey, none of that conspiracy theory, Vinny. None of that. That it was
come on now.
just because I saw
conspiracy theories.
I am. Just because you saw a Capitol Police officer open up the gate and let people in, I mean, that's not saying that it's or the fact that you saw a Capitol Police taking selfies with one of the, I mean, those are just isolated incidents,
Community outreach is what you're saying.
The one guy just opened and go, I don't make enough for this. I don't make enough money to deal with this. Just go. I don't care. Just go.
Oh my God.
Fine.
Who said where were the snipers? I'm like, oh, it was actually people. I don't know if you saw the images. There were people out there with paintball guns, and I don't know exactly what they were shooting at people, but they
That's a bad idea.
With paintball guns. It was cold outside, so we've already talked about that. Like, if you ever got hit by a paintball gun that's been in the refrigerator?
Yes. Yes.
It will break your skin. Yes, it will.
Well,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
it's
then,
so embarrassing.
She said, Karen said there's a lot of job openings tonight.
And then I'm reading Facebook for my news now because now Facebook is accurate for the first time. Like, because at first people like it's going down. What I'm like, whatever. You guys are always saying that. And then I was looking, it's like, oh snap, it's actually happening. Then I was like, but wait a minute, is someone coming to help support the troops?
Not Somalia.
Lord.
Yes,
now,
they were.
You in bad shape. You in bad shape, man. As long as I've been alive, we've been trying to stop the fighting in Somalia. Now they have stopped fighting to help us. We are in a bad space.
Like,
man.
these guys are. There are people. I've seen reports of people swimming from Florida trying to get back to Haiti and Cuba on doors from they're leaving. Like, Orlando? No, we're out. We're out. We're going somewhere.
That's just rude.
Yeah, just a dude with a fan and a door, just trying to get somewhere civil.
Rude. Oh my God.
So we make it through all that, and then they decide they're going to lock down DC and they're going to put a curfew. I'm not sure if you've been around, say, I don't know, the entire pandemic. But the curfew thing just has not really seemed to really hold very well. I don't know, like what
we are not rule followers, Nick. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the First Amendment apparently allows us to disobey rules that are put in place for our safety because it infringes on our freedom. So that's what I've learned during the pandemic. Whenever you say something, as a firefighter, you be like, it's recommended, okay, that you don't use an elevator in the case of a fire, right? You can't tell me what to do, Nick. I'm an American. It is my God-given right as American to take the elevator if I so choose. Hey, burn then. Burn, baby, burn. Like, that's all you got.
How did he die?
Natural
exercising his rights. Exercise.
Oh,
the man is dressed like a buffalo. That's all I'm trying to get at.
Oh, you made me spill my water.
So here, ghetto.
I just love that on Monday we had such a plan. You guys have no idea. Like, we had a plan. We all had jokes. We all had things written. And then 2021. It just was crazy.
Yeah.
Right. We're like six days in. 6-7 days in already.
Dude.
I put out that I want to cancel my subscription. Yeah, I'm done. This free trial is over.
Yeah, trial period is over. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know, man.
So then we make it through the night, despite the rocket red glare, and then it's the or maybe that's
like a patriot.
Maybe
good,
right? But so then the results finally got counted.
Oh yeah,
and the sitting president lost again. I don't know how many times you got to get fired from the same job before you realize you're fired. It's just, I'm just saying, that's not.
I mean, how many more ways can you say it?
It's like playing Monopoly with my kids. Like, oh, you lost again. I'll give you a few $100 back. We'll play. We'll do it again. We'll try one more time. You lose again. It's the same concept. That's what we're talking
about. No. There is. And then with the votes, when they reconvened, they said a lot of Republican senators withdrew their objection because I think they just wanted to get it done at that point, right? Because it was supposed to be just standard, pro forma type of, it turned into this whole disaster. But then there were still people that still objected. Yeah, I don't know if you watched it. Like, there were people that clapped every time they said they didn't have a senator to object. They would clap. They're like, "Yes, let's move on, right?
Move this thing along."
Until they get to who, and they was like, "We got to break out again." It's like being in a Zoom meeting, and then the person that leading the meeting asks to do another breakout session, and you like, man.
It's like that one dude, man. It's like that always has a question at the end of the meeting every time. Like, I just want to ask one thing. You're like, well, we're done. We're gonna be here for an hour. Like, something.
Can you just go over one last time? No.
Yeah, we're about to let y'all go early. Unless anybody has anything. Yes, I have something.
Just a quick thing. It's just a quick thing.
Always that one. I've been teaching class. We've all taught classes, and you'd be like, you know what? I think we're gonna wrap up early. And it's that one person. It's like,
and you end up there for
I hate
hours.
my family. I don't want to go home. Right? You can tell. Like, I love my family. Can you please stop talking? Can you clarify? Exactly, Cindy.
And so now all of this has culminated to this particular point, which, and Dewayne talked about this earlier, the impeach or 25-4, which I'm not, so many lessons here. So when they talk about 25-4, they're not talking about making $1. That's not what they're doing. I'm not.
Sorry. Flashback.
I know that this has been a learning year for politics and government and civics and everything for folks. I don't look. It's just he's got 12 days at this point. Like,
ooh, you see what? I think he's that one.
Always your family,
right?
It's always.
I know. Tambourine.
Thank you. Thank you, Naman.
Too soon.
Yeah, I just soon. Like. How is the government going to impeach in 12 days? I got to turn a piece of paper in, and it takes me 6 months to get it through a system. There's no way. There's no way they're going to do this. It's just, come on, man. I saw they're going to do it.
Aren't they in recess right now? Aren't they in recess right now?
I don't know.
Recess timeout. They're resigning.
You can impeach in 12 days.
They all went home. So you want to get something done, and now you got to get them back to the Capitol.
Phone it in.
Why don't they do a Zoom call like everybody else? Just
that's
Zoom
right. They
everybody
could use the poll feature, right? And then they could just
just have people vote.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is
no.
Oof. What a week.
No, that it's not going to happen. I just want to say it's not going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. It's not. First of all, to do was it 25? Do 25th Amendment. You need you need Vice President Pence to actually return a phone call from Chuck and Nancy, and that has yet to happen. Like, I mean, and then if he did say yes,
would you take a phone call from Chuck and Nancy though? Let's be real. Come on now. Come on. Come on, man.
If I was him, no, I would not
Look,
be taking.
If
my
the
phone
crypt
would be
keeper, I mean
on do
Nancy
not
Pelosi
disturb.
called me, I wouldn't answer either.
Not
That's all I'm saying. Come on.
Dwayne,
I don't
we need
care
to
what
respect,
side you're
we
on.
need to
That is
respect our
an
elders.
unattractive woman.
We
Let's just be
need
real.
Dwayne, listen. Okay,
Look, let's
in
give
a
her
different-
and McConnell up for the greater good.
I don't- let's not do. Let's honor. I'm just saying, let's honor our elders. Give them a special chair in their chamber. Maybe give them a crown and a scepter. You know, give them a title like chair emeritus or speaker pro emeritus. Something like that. And then
Sounds like you're trying to set him down at the children's table. Is what it sounds like you're trying to do.
I feel like give him like a fake gavel, like you give him like a kid a sword at medieval times. Like, no, it's real. No, you're a knight. You're a knight now. It's cool. You're a real congressman.
Oh, my idea goes beyond them. I think we should just leave Trump in office, but give him like a fake football. You know what I'm saying? With the fake, some made up codes. Just give him somewhere he can't do any damage. Give him a toy phone that really not connected to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like or give him a made up Twitter account where he think he tweeting out this to the world and ain't nobody getting it. Just
remember when your little brother and sister wanted to
Give
play
him Trump's Twitter account.
You give them a controller, but it's not really connected to the game, so they think they playing the game.
Yeah,
no,
just
you're
like
playing.
that.
No, you're playing.
Just like that, yeah.
You're playing. Press X.
Let's just talk about it. Like Facebook shut Trump down. Like he went in like unlimited timeout on Facebook. Facebook jail is got a president in it now. So like
the leader of the free
Zuckerberg's like,
hey, I gotta give him his props. He's been the first president to do a whole lot of stuff. Okay, no other president can say that he's been almost impeached twice and
right?
led an unsuccessful coup, and was banned from Twitter and Facebook in the same day. Yeah.
It's been a busy week. I mean,
it's what is he doing now? He can't like does he even have a phone? Like you can't use it anyway. Like stop. Just stop.
Dude, I saw a meme where he was asking a kid on the street if he can use his phone.
Crushing candy.
He was like, "Do you have Twitter? Can I borrow your phone?"
Oh my gosh! There's a fake Twitter account somewhere out there.
Giuliani's tweeting for him, so it's perfect.
Oh my no, that would be worse. That would be worse.
President Trump
what's
said,
worse though? The bad thing, I just saw this post too on social media where a kid called out his mom or her mom for being at that event, that mass gathering, as Nick said, right? And the mom wouldn't let her go to the BLM protest because it was too dangerous. And now here her mom is bloody from getting hit in the face from going to. I'm like, the irony in that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Nick's giving us the hot sign. I know this. I know how this goes.
The ride has come to an end.
It's like this is off the rails.
Thank you and enjoy your day at King's Dominion.
So there is a
which word?
There is a reinterpretation, if you will. Oh man, we are so glad to be back with our season started up again. We are so glad to be here laughing and joking and laughing. And some of us just laugh like right out of just rolling. Like when he says rolling, he rolls right out of the chair. How about that? Yeah, look, there's a lot of serious stuff that happens.
We'll have real jokes next week if the country doesn't burn down.
Will we?
Well, we're going to take it one day at a time. Okay, we're going to work on some other jokes, but we're not really sure what's going to happen yet. Okay, so there's still a lot of possibilities. So you're going to want to check in next time to see what it is we do and how we do it. Like we said, we're here to have jokes with folks, just no fussing, no cussing. We are glad to have you here. Each one of us have a social media following, so make sure you follow us. Nikkie Knowles is at Funny Girls Production PT. at the PT Bratton. You got PT Speaks, and then also at Clean Comedy Connection. He's got his tag down there. Dewayne is doing lots.
New website. Go check it out. New website.
There you go.
Yes.
New
I
website.
need to be putting my stuff up there.
Looking good. Looking.
Yeah, Nikki. Yeah, you didn't get the memo. You didn't get the.
I'm gonna do better in 2021. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do better. I will do better.
I know. I looked at Dwayne's website.
78buick.com.
If you're wondering what the reference of a Buick has to do, I'm gonna need you to go into that last season and just
rude and disrespectful.
I said some things, it got taken the wrong way out of context, and it's gone. It's got legs now.
Nick
But
Baskerville did that. I'm sorry.
You can catch Dewayne. He had a ton of stuff this month. So you go to his website, you'll see all his different shows and go laugh at him. And then I have a bunch of shows. Matter of fact, I got some storytelling shows coming up this week. So I've got about 5 or so this month. So we're all busy trying to make folks laugh. We are super excited to have you back here, be back doing this weekly. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Share it with some friends. Go follow us on, make sure you follow us here on Facebook or on the YouTube channel. Tell your friends. They need a laugh too. They had to experience all the same craziness you did. So they need this laugh just like you did. Thanks. We'll see you next week.
Hey. Oh, Cindy.
Thanks, Todd.